Very good. Okay, so the first thing you need to know is the topics that we're going to be covering today. We're going to talk about pending payments. We're going to discuss unconfirmed packages, multiple addresses. We're going to discuss wallet addresses, and we're going to talk about why you need to double check to make sure that your wallet address is correct. We're going to discuss the infinity line and the speed of contributions. We're going to talk about withdrawals. We're going to talk about the internal wallet and the fees associated with it. We're going to talk about emails. We're going to talk about the details that you need to include with those emails. And we're going to discuss limiting multiple emails. The more emails you send, the more work we have, especially if you're sending the same email over and over again. We'll discuss that. We're going to talk about educational videos as well as new signups. All right, so the most important video that everyone wants to watch before they actually register is our Get Started training. Now, I bought we assigned a domain name for it. You can go to getstartedtraining.com, and this is a must-watch video. It's only 8 minutes long.
Tutorial. I will show you how to activate your account and purchase packages in the new BitLocity back office. First, go to bitlocity.io and click Login. Next, you will enter your username and password that you chose when you pre-registered for the program. Then click Sign In. Next, you must read each of the independent associate agreements, and there are 3 pages. Click Next in order to view them all. And once you have read all 3, you will then click the I have read and agree box, and then you will click the I have read and agree tab. Next, you will go to step 2, and this is where you will pay the $25 membership fee. You will do this by clicking on the Renew tab. On this screen, you can see the wallet address as to where you will send the $25 membership payment. You can also see the exact amount of Bitcoin that you must send. Be sure to send money directly to this specific wallet address and send the amount that is required. Once you have done so, then you will click Verify and activate my package. Now, once that payment has been sent, you must wait for at least one confirmation through the blockchain. You'll notice the tab in the upper right-hand corner. It says, "Thank you for your payment." Your package will activate after some time. That is, after it has been confirmed in the blockchain at least one time. And so through the wallet where you sent the money, you can see how many confirmations have gone through. But once those confirmations have gone through, then you will be activated over here in BitLocity. And then also, here's a screenshot of your particular wallet. And of course, you're going to paste in the wallet address that BitLocity provided you. You're going to enter the amount of Bitcoin. You want to make sure you enter the exact amount of Bitcoin. And then you have the option to send this priority. In other words, you will pay a higher fee to get your transaction to go through faster. You might want to do that in order to save time. Now, step 3 is to provide your Bitcoin wallet address. And you can do that by clicking on the money bag, and that will take you to another page. And this is where you will enter your wallet address where you want to receive your commissions and you want to save it. All right, so now that's done. Your next step is to pay for your $25 infinity line payment. And of course, in order to do that, you first must click on My Matrix, which is the icon you see over in the left there. And then you're simply going to click Buy Now. Great, and that will take you to another page. Again, you will see your wallet address as to where you will send this payment, and this wallet address is exactly the same. Of course, you can click on the little squares there and you can copy the wallet address and the amount of Bitcoin that you need to send. You can copy that directly to your clipboard so that you don't make a mistake with the amount. Of course, you want to make sure you send the exact amount, ladies and gentlemen. That enables the system to process things automatically. Once that's done, you're going to click Verify and Activate. Again, you must wait until you have received at least one confirmation, ladies and gentlemen, in order to move forward. Once that confirmation has gone through, then you can click the Activate and Verify My Package tab.
All right, so let's stop right there. So you want to click the Activate My Package as soon as you send the payment. You don't have to wait for the confirmation in order to do that. So I misspoke that part. So I want to make sure that it's clear to everybody. As soon as you send your payment, you click that activate. In fact, you can wait 30 seconds or maybe 1 minute, and then you're going to click that verify and activate button. Let's continue.
Great. So you notice here that where it says bronze, you notice it says purchase. That means that confirmation has gone through and that is now activated. So the next thing you want to do is activate the silver infinity line, and you will do that by clicking buy now. And again, the wallet address is exactly the same as to where you'll be sending the $50 worth of Bitcoin. And of course, you can copy that wallet address to your clipboard. And then you can also copy the exact amount of Bitcoin that you need to send, because it must be exact in order for it to go through. Make sure you do that correctly. And then, of course, you need to wait for that one confirmation. Once that has gone through, then you can click the verify and activate my package. And that will allow you to go to the next.
Yep. So again, I misspoke that. And when I do the new video, I'll make sure that that is corrected. So you don't have to wait for the confirmations in order to click that button. As soon as you have sent the payment, you will click that verify and activate my package button.
Step. So now we go to step 6, and this is where you can purchase additional packages of your choice. Now, you might recall from the previous training that at this point, you can actually pay for multiple packages at the same time, starting from the $75 package and up. So in this case, if you wanted to purchase packages all the way up to the Sapphire, you would simply click the 1000 buy now, and this will enable you, ladies and gentlemen, to pay for the Sapphire, for the 750, the Ruby, the 500, the 200, the 100, and the 75 all at one time, and it would only require one confirmation because you made one payment for multiple packages. So that's the great thing about step 6. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the optional internal wallet. This is what you can use to make your withdrawals. Now, this is optional. You don't have to use this if you don't want to, but you have a decentralized, secure internal wallet inside of BitLocity. And in order to save money, ladies and gentlemen, instead of making a lot of smaller withdrawals where you have to pay those transaction fees for every withdrawal, you can actually let your earnings accumulate and make one larger withdrawal. But it's entirely up to you whether you want to withdraw as the money comes in or whether you want it to accumulate. You can determine whether you want to do that by enabling this feature.
So when you talk about the wallet, and we're going to talk about that in detail again here in a few moments, you have two options. You can make manual withdrawals, or you can set it on automatic and tell the system when you want your withdrawal to take place. So we're going to get to that in a few moments. I'm going to break that down. And the fee, the 0005, that fee applies in either instance. So whether you're doing the automatic withdrawals and you have preset it, you will pay that fee, or whether you're doing the manual withdrawal, you will also pay that fee. So we're going to talk about this wallet in more detail in just a few moments. Let's continue with the video.
And the last thing we want to talk about is 2FA security. 2FA security adds another level of security to your account, and this is something you want to consider activating. All right, so in order to do that, ladies and gentlemen, you would simply click on the gear that you can see on the lower left-hand corner, and you need to download Google Authenticator. You need to download that app either through the Play Store or the Apple Store. Download that onto your smartphone. And this is what the app looks like. It looks like a little safe right there. That's what you want to download. Now, the next thing that you will notice is that when you click on enable, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually going to pull up this screen. And so you're going to scan this QR code onto your smartphone, ladies and gentlemen, or you can copy that address that you see right there into your smartphone. It's going to provide you with a code, and that code changes every 20 seconds. You enter that code in the box that you see on the bottom here, you click submit, and now it becomes activated and enabled, ladies and gentlemen. So that means that in order for anyone to access your account, they must have your smartphone and that code. So this is a security feature, something that you want to consider applying to within the system, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to enable you to have much more secure experience with BitLocity. All right, so that concludes this tutorial. We'll have detailed trainings on the internal wallet and the 2FA authenticator as we move forward. One final note concerning blockchain.com. If you are activating your BitLocity account or purchasing packages in BitLocity using your blockchain.com account, we found that sometimes there is an error if you are using the QR code through the blockchain.com app. And if that happens, what you can do is copy the BitLocity wallet address and manually enter it into your app and then send the funds. Or you can log into blockchain.com online, copy the wallet address, and then send the payment. All right, so just something kind of different about blockchain.com. This is how you can make your payments following these instructions using blockchain.com. Thank you.
Okay, great. So what I want to do right now, see if I can get on to my next slide here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to come back to these in just a moment. I want to talk about the common errors because we just watched the registration video that shows people how to register. And unfortunately, there have been a lot of errors, which has created some of the situations that we're dealing with right now. So I want to take my time and kind of review the errors that people have been making when they've registered. So the first error is that they're not sending the correct amount of Bitcoin. And so we just saw that you want to copy that amount of Bitcoin and you want to send that exact amount of Bitcoin. The system is going to recognize that amount of Bitcoin. The other thing is that some people are actually changing the USD value. They understand that the admin fee is $25, for example. And so when they put the QR code, when they put the Bitcoin amount, it might say $24.95. They will actually go in and change it and make it say $25. We don't want to do that. That is an error. We want to leave it. Whatever the US dollar amount is, it's going to be that. The system is tracking the Bitcoin amount. So you never want to change that. Okay. Some people, they are adding more than what the amount of Bitcoin that's requested. They are thinking in their mind, there's going to be a transaction fee. I need to add something extra to it. You don't want to do that. All you want to pay is that exact amount that's provided for you when you get ready to make that purchase. Okay. And of course, it's always easier if you copy the amount using the clipboard button. You can use that and that can save you from making an error as well. Okay. The other thing is that some people are sending their payments, but they're never clicking the verify and activate my package. All right. Now, just to clarify one more time, as soon as you send that payment, you want to click that tab. So you don't have to wait for the confirmations or anything like that. As soon as that payment is sent, you can wait maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and go ahead and click that tab. So part of the learning curve is just to get familiar with the software itself and how it works. And we'll be going through these things over and over again. As I mentioned, I will update that video before the day is out, and you can still go to that same link and you'll be able to watch it. And we'll make sure we clarify those details. So this is all part of the learning curve, ladies and gentlemen. This is a work in progress. It's not magic. Work has to be done. And sometimes, when there are challenges, those challenges have to be addressed and worked out. And that's exactly what we're going through right now. We certainly appreciate your patience, during this process. Okay. Now, some people are not waiting for the one confirmation and they expect everything to go through instantly. But with Bitcoin, there's nothing instant about Bitcoin. There's always a delay. You want to make sure that you wait for that confirmation. All right. Okay. Now, of course, in the video, we discussed this also. If you're using the blockchain.com app and you scan the QR code, you will get an error message. It'll say this is an invalid Bitcoin wallet address. It's not an invalid Bitcoin wallet address. The system is just not copying the QR code. So what can you do? You can copy it manually and paste it into your app, or you can go online and log into blockchain.com online and paste the wallet address online, and it will go through. Of course, you can always send the money from other wallets. A lot of people are using different wallets. They're using coinspayment.net, Atomic Wallet, Exodus Wallet, Genesis Wallet. All right, blockchain.com, Coinbase. You can pay these fees and you can pay the upgrade and purchase your packages from any wallet. Okay. All right. All right. So we talked about this. You can use blockchain.com on the website to send your payment as well. All right. Also, the other thing is, and we're going to discuss this some more in just a moment, when sending support emails, you want to make sure you include screenshots of the issues. And as much information as you can send, the better. So there are two main categories, and I need to take my time with this, but there are two main categories that the two biggest issues that people are having is one is that in their back office, the packages that they have paid for are not activated. And so if that is the case, you're going to send an email to support. And of course, that's support@bitlocity.io. And many of you have already done this, so you don't need to do another one. All right. But the topic is going to be level packages. All right. And then you just go ahead and include those screenshots, as much information as possible to make it as easy as possible for them to address your issue. The other thing is some people made multiple payments when they paid the $25 admin fee, and it didn't work, the way that they had expected, or whatever the situation might be. So they made multiple payments. We don't want that money. We want to return that money to you. What you need to do is send in an email to support with the topic, the subject, multiple payments, and then include your username, your email address, your transaction ID number, which is that long ID, that transaction ID number, and the details that prove that you made the payment, so that the admin can look it up and return that payment to you. Okay? All right. Now we're going to go back and we're going to talk about the topics. All right, here we go. Let's just go ahead and back up here. So hopefully everybody caught that and that information made sense to everyone. All right, so let's talk about pending payments. All right, now, the thing about Bitcoin, and I think most people on this call understand this, is that the value of Bitcoin, it changes. It goes up, it goes down, and it's quite volatile, quite frankly. And sometimes when you send a payment in, for whatever reason, a full amount that was required actually did not get in. Maybe the price of Bitcoin increased, whatever the situation may be, and that actually caused that transaction not to go completely through or to be hung up. And especially the last few days, the price of Bitcoin has been all over the place. And when most of these issues occurred, that was the day when the price of Bitcoin dropped tremendously, or moved tremendously. I noticed 1 minute it would go down, 5-10 minutes later it would go up, and this was happening quite a bit. It's very, very unusual, quite frankly. And so, what's going to happen is you may receive a notice in your back office that will tell you that your payment was short. It was short a couple of dollars. It was short a few cents, whatever that is. You want to make that payment, and that will clear up this situation, and that will clear up that pending payment. All right. So hopefully you understood that. Some of you have already received those notices in your back office that let you know that your payment was short for one reason or the other, and it's telling you what the amount is that you need to pay so that it will clear. Okay. So keep an eye on that, and that's what you want to do, and that will clear that up. All right. So let's also talk about unconfirmed packages. All right, so we have pending transactions, pending payments, and unconfirmed packages. So these kind of overlap a little bit, and one of the things you want to do is make sure you do everything that we just showed you on the previous video. But the other thing I want you to know is that if you are going through, and let's just say that you click the higher package, but you decide not to purchase that higher package, well, whenever you go back to your back office, you're going to notice that that package is still there, and it's literally going to stay there. It's going to stay there for quite some time until you actually make that payment. So the developers are working right now to actually correct that. So right now, it will stay there for at least 8 hours. If you choose a higher package, maybe you're just looking around, you just want to see what the package is going to cost, and you click on that, well, that's going to stay there for at least 8 hours. And so the developers are working on that to shorten that time, so you won't see that moving forward. All right. So let's talk about multiple addresses. We're going to talk about multiple addresses and also wallet addresses. Okay, now, some people have put the wrong wallet address in the system when it comes time for them in order to receive a payment. For example, they put other wallet addresses like maybe Ethereum. Maybe they didn't put the complete wallet address in there. Some people even took the wallet address to make your payment within BitLocity, and they actually put that in the wallet address where you would receive your payment. Okay, so of course, those are all errors. So one of the things you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, is double check your receive wallet address. You want to double check that before you save that within the system. All right. And if for whatever reason that you've put in a wrong address, one of the things you're going to notice very soon in the back office, you will actually be able to change your own wallet address, provided that you have completed the F2A security feature. All right, you'll actually be able to go in there and change your own wallet address as long as you have that secondary security feature set up. All right, and so that's being worked on right now to make that whole situation a lot better for people, because you must be able to verify who you are before you can actually go in there and change that wallet address. So that's an important update. Okay, so let's talk about the Infinity line. Some people have said, why isn't the Infinity line moving faster? Some people are saying, I don't see any activity over there. I don't understand what's going on. Well, here's what I want you to understand. If the overall system is not working properly, that affects everything, including the Infinity line. If people have pending payments, confirmations that haven't gone through, that means money is not going through the Infinity line. And so as these challenges are corrected, ladies and gentlemen, the Infinity line is going to speed up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. So the Infinity line is part of the program. And if people aren't able to get verified, if they aren't able to, and they got payments hung up, and we know that's happened with a lot of people, then of course the Infinity line is going to be affected by that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about withdrawals in that internal wallet and the fees. Okay, now we have an internal wallet, and the purpose for the internal wallet, ladies and gentlemen, is actually to save people on fees. All right, we understand that every time you make a withdrawal, you're going to have a blockchain transaction fee. Right now, they're running anywhere from $12, $13, and if it could be more, sometimes they could be less. So the internal wallet gives you an opportunity to accumulate your earnings and then pay one fee rather than make multiple withdrawals and have to pay multiple fees. But that is your option. So when you first log back there, it is disabled, which allows you to make a bulk withdrawal and pay one fee, which is 0.0005 in Bitcoin. Now, if you turn the automatic withdrawal on and you set that at a certain amount, let's say you set it at 0.001, every time that automatic withdrawal takes place, you will pay a fee of 0.0005. All right, so it's the cost of doing business, but that is the fees, and that is how that works in the withdrawal system and the internal wallet. And we're going to take a look at that in a moment as well. Okay, emails. So we talked about the emails. The two most important emails that people will be sending in will be that the packages you paid for are not activated in your back office. All right, if that is the case, you're going to send an email, and it's going to say, the subject is going to say package levels. All right, you can even say package levels not activated. And then you're going to include screenshots that verify that. All right, including a transaction ID of the payments that you sent concerning that specific level. All right. The other subject is going to be multiple payments. If you happen to be a person who made multiple payments, you were trying to get registered, it wasn't going through properly, so you made multiple payments, specifically the $25 admin fee, then you're going to send an email to support. The title is going to be multiple payments. Then you're going to include as much detail as you can, screenshots, your transaction ID, your username, your email address, okay, so that they can verify that and refund you that payment. All right. So now, how many times do you have to send this email in? Twice, maybe, but not 3, 4, 5, or 6 times. It just clogs up the system. And some of this work actually has to be done manually. Somebody has to literally go through every one of these situations and do them manually, ladies and gentlemen. So, the support team is working very, very, very hard. And the more emails you send in about the very same thing, it actually creates more work for them. So the support team is working very hard, and so are the developers. Everybody ought to be able to see the changes, improvements that are taking place in the back office. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a work in progress. This is not magic. This all has to be built. It has to be perfected. It has to be improved and enhanced. And that is the process that we're going through. When you get involved in a program at the very beginning, you are what's known as a first adopter. And one of the challenges of being the first adopter is that you have to deal with all of the challenges that begin at the beginning. The people that come in later, they may not have to deal with those challenges because they've already been corrected. So that's just, how it goes when you're operating at the very beginning. So we appreciate everybody's patience. We appreciate your good attitudes. We really appreciate all the people on the social media who, are respectful and, patient. We certainly appreciate that. That goes a long, long way. I want you to imagine if you were on the other side and you're being bombarded with, rude comments, negative comments, all those things, that's, we don't really, that doesn't help. That doesn't help, ladies and gentlemen. So we really want to thank all of you for your patience, for your respect, and your good attitude, through this process. All right, the educational video. So we expected to have the educational videos in the other day. We were unable to do that, but that is being worked on. Everyone will know when those are available. It won't be much longer. You'll be able to access those educational videos that we promise you. Okay, new signups are actually active right now. You've got the ability to actually sign up new members right now. The other thing is, what's not on here? Withdrawals. Oh, I know what I didn't talk about the withdrawals. Withdrawals are active right now. So you understand that when you're moving Bitcoin, it's not instant. It's a process that it has to go through. Same thing with the withdrawals. But withdrawals are active. In a moment, I'm going to go to the screen here and I'm going to show you how to actually make a withdrawal. So we're very, very excited and happy about that. All right. So let's go on. So I just want to point out a few things here with these screenshots here. And we're about 30 minutes in right now. And then once I do that, then we're going to go ahead and deal with some questions, okay? All right, so everyone's familiar with logging in BitLocity.io. Everyone knows that you want to read the independent associate agreement. And of course, there are 3 of those. You can click on that, read those, take your time and read those. Of course, you want to check off on the I have read, the box and the tab. That's going to enable you to go to the next screen. Okay. When the person gets started, they're going to click the renew tab so they can pay their $25 membership fee. Okay. We talked about that. Here's the wallet address you're going to be sending it to. And here is the amount of Bitcoin. We understand you have to send the exact amount of Bitcoin. We're not concerned about the USD amount. The system is going to monitor the Bitcoin amount. So BitLocity is Bitcoin in and Bitcoin out. Everything revolves around Bitcoin. Okay. As soon as you send that, you might wait 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. You're going to click the verify and activate my package. That lets the system know to look for your payment. All right. So if you don't do that, the system doesn't know that you actually sent the money. So this is why it's very important that you do that, and you do that in this order. Okay, so again, when you have done that, you'll notice you see an image that'll pop up at the top. It says, thank you for your payment. Your package will activate after some time. So when everything is working properly, you have to wait that one confirmation. When that one confirmation has gone through, then you'll be able to move to the next step. So here's a screenshot of your wallet from your side. You entered the BitLocity wallet address. You entered the exact amount of Bitcoin. We're not focused on the USD value. You notice here it says 2504. All right, we're not concerned about that. We're concerned about the Bitcoin value. That needs to be the same as what was in your back office. You have the ability to send it priority. It costs a little more to do so, but that actually speeds things up. Okay, this is in your wallet on your side. All right, so next, you're going to provide your Bitcoin wallet address. You're going to do that by clicking on the money bag that you see right there. And you're going to enter that wallet address. Of course, you know, we've talked about this in detail. You want to use a wallet that you have control over, not your keys, not your coins. So we're talking about blockchain, Coinami, Atomic Wallet, Genesis, Exodus. These are wallets where you have the private keys. If you use something like Cash App, well, Cash App can close your account if for no reason. They don't even have to give you a reason. They'll just tell you you violated their policies and they will close your account. So you want to use what's known as a decentralized wallet where you have the keys. That is the best practices. So once you put that wallet address in there, you want to save that, and you want to make sure you verify this address, make sure that address is right, double check that before you save that, because once you make a withdrawal, ladies and gentlemen, it is non-reversible. You can't reverse it. BitLocity has nothing to do with it once you have made a withdrawal and you sent it to the wallet address that you put in the system. Okay, so next, you've paid that admin fee. Now you're going to purchase your packages. You're going to click on the matrix tab on the left there. You're going to click buy now, and it's going to move you here. And this is where you're going to repeat the process, copy the wallet address, and also copy the amount, and then click verify and activate my package. All right, you're simply going to repeat this process with the various packages and the various packages that you choose to buy. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. Of course, if you want to purchase multiple packages, once you have paid the bronze and the silver and the admin fee, those have to be paid separately. Once you get beyond that, you can now make a bulk payment. So for example, if you decide you wanted to purchase all the way up to the Sapphire $1,000 level, when you click on that, it's going to take you to a page. And on that next page, it's actually going to have all of the payment amounts. It's going to have the 1,000, the 750, the 500, the 200, the 100, and the 75. And it's going to give you a total, and you pay that total, and you only have to wait for one confirmation. Okay, so that's a unique feature when you purchase multiple packages. Okay, so now let's talk about the withdrawal. This is what I wanted to focus on particularly. So when you click on the money bag, it takes you over here, and you notice it says withdraw Bitcoin. So you have two options. You can withdraw the Bitcoin manually, and you simply do that by clicking the withdraw button, and you can withdraw everything that's in there, and you will pay a 0.0005 withdrawal fee, but you can withdraw all of it. Now, you also have the option to enable that and select the amount that you want to withdraw automatically, that you want the system to withdraw for you automatically. Okay, so here's a page. It kind of breaks it down. I'm going to go ahead and read this really quick. It says, be sure to check the payout wallet address. Please check that you have access to the provided wallet address. If you need assistance in changing the payout wallet address, please follow the instructions under the support tab. Set your withdrawal option to enable automatic withdrawals. This sends all earning payment instantly. This also causes the blockchain fee on every withdrawal, which can be kind of expensive, and this could be costly to the member. You can set your withdrawal option to disable automatic withdrawal. This allows you to withdraw strategically, preferably in the evening, to avoid the high blockchain fees. Okay, so if you decide to enable it, it's going to look like this. All right, and you notice it says enable right there. And if you have your 2FA security on, you have to put that code in. but now you can enter the amount that you want the system to automatically withdraw for you. And so you don't have to go in here and manual withdraw. You can set it on automatic. It will, you'll still pay the 0.0005 fee, transaction fee, but it will automatically be withdrawn for you, and you don't have to worry about it. Now it's hands off. Okay. So once you put that amount in, you simply click withdraw, and now it is saved within the system. Okay. Very good. Then, of course, we talked about the F2A, which is the security feature, something that you seriously want to consider to protect your account. Of course, you have to download the Google Authenticator app to your smartphone or your Android or your iPhone. And this is what it looks like right here. And what's going to happen is it's going to provide you with this QR code that you have to scan. And then it's going to provide you with a number. And that number will change every 20 seconds. It's a way of knowing that this account absolutely belongs to you. And you're going to click submit. Okay, very good. All right. So now let's go ahead and get to a few questions here. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute Mr. Earl Dixon, who has a couple of questions, and then we're going to go ahead and read a few of these other questions. Okay, stand by. Okay, 1 second. It's always a challenge finding these names here. And do me a favor, Mr. Dixon, go ahead and raise your hand. That'll put you up at the top and make it easier for me to find you. Okay, I think I saw you here. Let's do it like this. Okay, I see you now. Okay, sir, so once you have opened your mic, welcome to the call. Okay, Mr. Dixon, you can unmute yourself by clicking on your mic. All right.
Okay, Mark, I want to thank you, Mark, for the wonderful presentation you just did. You know, there are not too many questions I have to answer because literally you basically covered just about everything. First of all, I want to thank you and the team, the leadership team who put this platform together, because for 6 years, I've been walking down my street with a cell phone in my hand, doing Facebook Lives, telling people that they need to get Bitcoin because the day was going to come where mass adoption was going to actually start happening. I want to just tell everybody out there, you're not seeing commercials on TV yet about Bitcoin, but when you do, you will know mass adoption has occurred. PayPal just started. 342 million people has access to get Bitcoin around the world. I want to thank you guys for giving us an avenue to be able to tap into that 21 million. And of course, the 1/3 has been lost, but to give us access to that. Now, I also want to just talk to the community about something real quick. We need your support. We really need your support because I was worried about how the people in our communities, the BitLocity community and people who have not joined yet, how they will get involved. Blockchain summits around the world are happening anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per ticket. The average person has been left out. I want to thank Mark and the program creators and the people who come together and gave us this avenue, this vehicle to put Bitcoin at a discount into every hand around the world who choose to join this platform. Also, I just want to say about the 2FA. I've been doing this a long time. When you click on that 2FA, it's going to give you a key, guys. That key, you got to make sure you copy that key. You're going to take a picture of that key or screenshot that key and put it in a safe place, because if you drop your phone, run over your phone, and you have to get back into that BitLocity program and click on and can't get to your withdrawals because you don't have that 2FA code, it's going to ask you on the new phone for that key, okay, to be able to activate that 2FA on your new device. So be aware of that. And I know Mark will do more trainings on the 2FA, and we'll locate that key for everybody so that you put that key aside. I've had so many instances where my phone just went dead, or it fell in a pool, swimming pool, or whatever, and I tried to get back in. And the only way I was able to get in is to contact the company, give them several types of ID because I lost the key. They said, "Do you have the key?" I said, "No." They said, "Well, since you don't have the key, you got to send us some ID. We had to verify who you are, and we're going to disable 2FA on our side in order to allow you in." But I had to prove who I was first. So be very careful with that 2FA key and make sure you have it where you can get access to it if you lose your device. Thank you, Mark. You did a wonderful job. And guys, I'm asking you, please, no negative comments. They are pioneering a vehicle, and we want to perfect them, we want to pray for them, we want to lift them up because nobody else did this for us. So one negative comment is too many right now. You're in formulation phase. Anytime you're in formulation phase of any business, Amway was started in 1959, 30 million active customers, 30 million active affiliates since 1959, and they started here where we are today. So please just lift these brothers up, pray for these brothers, and just appreciate what God has delivered through these brothers. Thank you, Mark.
Okay, great, great. And so I've got Robin on the line. She's going to help out a little bit. And Robin, I wonder if you've got the ability to read a few of the Q&A questions for us. Are you there?
Yeah.
Great, great. And if you see a question that we didn't answer in the training today, and you want to read that, that'll be great. We can kind of alternate because I can see these as well. And
Okay.
and so first of all, ladies and gentlemen, again, we thank all of you for your patience, during this time. As I mentioned, this is a work in progress. A lot of people are involved here to make this a reality. And, the beginning is the beginning. And so certain challenges you will only have in the beginning. And so we are certainly having those challenges, but you need to know that we're working as diligently as we can to make this everything that we have said that it would be. And we certainly appreciate everybody's cooperation. So one of the things we'll be looking at is to find a way to get through the support tickets faster. And so we'll let you know what that solution is, to get those support tickets handled in a faster way. Because right now we've got support tickets that literally need to be handled one at a time. And so we are definitely working on that and strategizing to help everybody in that area. Do you see any questions?
I'm not sure if you touched on a particular time frame, but some people are wondering a time frame that they expect everything to be back up and running,
Okay,
and
so
the Affinity line to be going.
okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the Infinity line is affected by everything else that's happening. So when you have challenges with people, activating their accounts and these little challenges that we have, that all affects the Infinity line. So as those challenges are corrected, then the Infinity line is going to move faster. So this is exactly what we're focused on. We're really excited that the withdrawals, have been activated and people are getting their withdrawals already. So we're certainly making progress. You can see the enhancements in the back office. We're certainly going in the right direction. So we certainly appreciate all of you guys for hanging in there during this time. So I wish we could give you a time period, but we can't because the things are going to get done as they get done. But we're going to do the best we can to speed it up, to the best of our ability. All right. Let's see. Do you see anything else right now? All right.
Kind of scrolling up because we got so many.
Okay, great. So, and when it comes to your earnings, there are two ways that you're going to receive earnings. One is going to be through the infinity line, which we mentioned. Everybody knows is slow right now because of the challenges we've had. But the other is going to be with you participating in the growth of the community by building your team. And so that's actually, you actually will earn many times more contributions when you actually build a team than just participating in the infinity line. But that is your choice.
And someone said they paid for the Infinity line, paid for their $50 package twice. Both times the transaction disappeared from both pending and transaction history.
Great.
And they sent a support ticket and they hadn't heard anything yet.
That's right. So I think everybody knows we're backed up with support tickets. In fact, we did a post on Facebook today in the Telegram group. We actually told you how many support tickets we have on the table right now. So we're backed up, but we're working diligently to get through those. And so if you sent in a couple of support tickets, you probably don't need to send in any more, especially if you included all of the details. Now, if you didn't include the details, screenshots, transaction IDs that verify that the money was sent, then you need to do another one. And then you're going to title, the subject is going to be multiple payments. All right, and they'll put that in the category, and boom, they know exactly what to do. Okay.
What happens if you don't click the verify button?
The system doesn't even know that you made the payment.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's another reason why, you know, some people have hung up transactions. They actually never click the button, and so you have to go in and you have to click that I verify my purchase. Okay. All right, and I'm scrolling down looking for questions also. You see something else, you can go ahead and read it.
Can you make a payment from different levels from our earnings without having to transfer them out to an external wallet?
No, you cannot. So you have to transfer them out. You cannot make a purchase inside of the system at this time. So we discussed, you know, how you make your withdrawals, and then once you actually make that withdrawal, and that whole system is going to be enhanced. I know that something needs to be there so that once you make that withdrawal, you need to get a message that says your withdrawal has been processed. And so the developers are working on that. So there's a lot of little details that have to take place to really make the whole experience, you know, user friendly. And so all these things, this is what pre-launch is for, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-launch is so that these things can be identified, so that the developers and the programmers can make those adjustments. And we couldn't do this without all of you. This is all part of the process, but you can see we're making our way through it. It's just a matter of time. And then we'll be able to really help a ton of people all around the world.
Hey, markets support.
Yes, sir.
I've had a couple of questions in here today. People are asking about the 2FA, and they're confused, saying that it's enabled, but when they go to log in, they're not being asked for it. And the answer to that is the 2FA is only for withdrawals. It's not going to stop you from logging in. You don't need your 2FA when people log in, only when you make a withdrawal.
That's good. Great. Thank you. Thank you for answering that. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. So we're just scrolling down, looking at the questions, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go as far as we can until 5 p.m. Someone says, why are the names of my downliners not showing under my matrix? That's a good question. I know that a lot of them are showing, so I'm not exactly sure why yours are not showing specifically. I'm assuming you don't see anyone in your matrix. And what about when you click your completed cycles? Do you see anybody in that? Okay, let's continue.
I know earlier today when I logged in, I didn't, it looked different. And then when I saw you post that Like it didn't have everyone's rank or level that they had purchased like you would normally see.
Yes.
But I assume I know you said they were working on some things in the back office, so I assume that they were doing some programming or something. So I haven't looked at it since this morning, though.
Yeah, most of the time they do their work, at night, um,
Mm-hmm.
at U.S. time at night when people are sleeping in the United States. But right now we're working. They're working so hard to make things happen that they have to work during the day as well. And so
Right.
today it was disruptive. And so whenever they go in and they work on the back office, you're not going to see everything you need to see until everything promulgates again. And so if you went in and you didn't see a payment or you didn't see a this or that, that's because they're working on the website, ladies and gentlemen. Once that work is done, then it promulgates and everything appears again. So that's what you're experiencing is work being done on the websites. Okay. So I know it looks weird. It looks like somebody took something from you or whatever, but you have to remember that they are working on the websites. Okay. Very good. So I addressed the fee. Okay.
Blockchain.com changes wallet addresses often for security. So the wallet address might be different than the one we entered in BitLocity. We still have the wallet address we put in BitLocity to receive and send, to receive Bitcoin.
That's right.
Will this cause delay in purchasing packages or membership?
Okay. No. So any wallet address that's produced for you by blockchain.com, that wallet address is always good. So for security purposes, they always create you a new wallet address, but the previous wallet address is still good. So when you put that original wallet address in BitLocity, that wallet address will always be good, and it'll always send money to your blockchain account. So that's a good question. A lot of people have asked that.
Oh, okay. Due to delay in processing the package upgrades, where does that leave our timestamp?
Well, everything is based on the payment going through and the payment being verified. So let's just say, for example, that you referred someone and their payment goes through before you. Well, there's still your referral. Now, you may miss that payment, but you're not going to miss anything moving forward once your account has been activated where it's supposed to be. So that's one of these things that we cannot change. The good thing is that you don't lose the sponsorship of that person. You may miss a payment, but you won't miss the future ones once you have been activated. So again, we're at the very beginning. These are things that we have to work out. And I want you to think about this. So when we tested the system, we can't test the system at the, how can you say it, at the level that it would be tested once you go live. And so, what we do in our testing, that's sort of like little league testing. But once we go live and you bring in the thousands, that's the real testing. And so this is what happened. We brought in 1,000, and then you begin to see these challenges. But that's what pre-launch is for, so that you can go in there and correct those challenges. That's where we are. So I know everybody would love for everything to work perfectly right out of the gate, but that's not really real. You would like for that to be the case, but with what we're doing, the way that we're doing it, it takes a moment. So I want you to realize, it hasn't been a week yet. It hasn't been a week yet, ladies and gentlemen, but we are actually doing very well. But we want to do better, and so we appreciate your patience and the great attitudes. Okay, so I talked about. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna throw this one out there. I think you'll handle it well. It was said that the holding tank internal wallet is optional and that BitLocity is peer-to-peer. But now it seems BitLocity has control of our earnings and can hold it back when it sees fit. Please adjust this as many join thinking is completely decentralized.
Okay, so great. That is great. That wallet that you have is actually your wallet. BitLocity does not have the ability to even touch that money, ladies and gentlemen. It is an internal wallet that actually belongs to you. And the whole purpose for creating that internal wallet was to give you the ability to make bulk withdrawals rather than individual withdrawals where you always have to pay that transaction fee. So that was actually an invention of the developers. It was an ingenious idea, but it is still decentralized. BitLocity doesn't have that access to that money. And so that is how that works.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Let's continue.
Why wasn't a withdrawal fee added after we all joined and paid for our packages? Nothing was mentioned about that in the training videos.
Yes, so this will be the last question, but the withdrawal fee is associated with the internal wallet. As I mentioned, the whole idea of the internal wallet was to give people the ability to save money on transaction fees. So it makes sense. Let's say you've gotten 5 contributions. All right, you can, instead of withdrawing them one at a time and paying 5 transaction fees, you can withdraw them all together and pay 1 transaction fee. So the whole idea of the internal wallet is to save people money. All right. So
that 0005 that goes to the block. That's a blockchain fee.
as far as I know, it's a blockchain fee.
Okay. Okay.
And,
That's all I got.
so, yeah, that's a blockchain fee, and yeah. So hopefully, this has moved us in the right direction. You've gotten some of your questions answered. You may not have gotten them all answered, but we're going in the right direction. We'll be back again on Saturday, and we'll do this again. We'll have more training, more detail. We'll answer more questions, and we'll share more updates as well. So we appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us. The best is yet to come. We're really excited about the future. So thank you, everyone, for joining. Everyone have a great day. This will be recorded, and it will be posted in our Telegram group and our Facebook group so that you can watch the replay later. Everyone have a great day. Goodbye for now.